पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरूपस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Am I audible? All devotees are able to hear me,
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes,
and
Prabhuji.
you are able to see the slides also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
So we are supposed to discuss from chapter 21, last few verses of chapter 20 also. So Gaurilas Prabhu already covered until 20th chapter. But still, just to have connectivity, just to give some background about what we are going to discuss starting from 21st chapter onwards, maybe about half an hour or 1 hour, we'll briefly just see a overview of what was mentioned in the previous chapters and previous cantos in relation to the structure of the universe. And then taking that as a reference, we can discuss 21st chapter onwards. So you just see it as a quick recap of what has been discussed till now, though it is repetition. So then we'll start 21st chapter onwards, and then we'll continue next week also. We need to cover up until the end of the 23rd chapter, and even beyond that also, maybe few minutes we'll give a quick summary of that, and later on Gaurilas Prabhu will discuss everything in detail. So that we have given complete summary, complete overview of the entire cosmology section of the Bhagavatam. So in that way, I'm also recording the classes. So later on we'll share the recordings so you can have some backup. So now this is a quick summary of everything that has been explained about the creation and structure of the universe. That means somehow we are starting giving summary from second canto, third canto onwards. So don't be bored, but uh, just relax and see the thing slides. So of course, in order to appreciate fifth canto, we should have a proper understanding of second and third cantos, the creation of the universe. Then the fifth canto becomes more lively. That is the whole reason. That's why I'm just taking some time, few minutes, just to quickly summarize in the previous cantos. So now, of course, we'll not get into all the details, but the main subject matter we discuss. For the purpose of creating the material universe, Lord Krishna expands as Mahavishnu, and that Mahavishnu creates unlimited Brahmandas. How that creation takes place, we are just briefly discussing. Any material universe you take, even the entire material creation is nothing but the combination of these five tattvas. Dravyam, karma cha kalascha, sabhavo jiva evacha. Dravya, karma, kala, sabhava, jiva. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These five are the principal tattvas of the entire material creation. Vasudevat paro brahman, nachanyartosti tatataha. But in a way, all these five are non-different from Lord Vasudeva himself. That means Lord Vasudeva himself manifests as these five tattvas and then creates the entire material universe. So they are simultaneously non-different from the Lord, at the same time different from the Lord also. That's why it is Achintya Beda Abeda. So Lord Krishna expanded as Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu is said to be lying down in the causal ocean. Pradana Paramavyomnor Antare Virajanadi. Okay, what happened? Mhm. Hare Krishna, you are able to see the slides?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay, I am not able to see the slides.
It's okay, Prabhuji, you go on because you to know by heart. So we can see
And
the slide.
no, I am not able to see slides. One second. Where am I? I think Deepak Keni, you have been pinned. Where is Deepak
What?
Keni?
That's my name, Deepika Keni.
Sorry.
So I'll just change my name. Wait.
No, that is fine. You are
Huh.
pinned. I'm seeing your screen.
Acha. So what do I do then? I don't know what to do.
Once remove. Okay, no, cancel. I don't know.
I'll log in again or what?
No. Wait. Pin, remove pin. Gallery, multiple speaker, immersive. No. Okay, I think I just what shall I do?
Prabhuji, you can stop sharing and again start sharing.
Yes.
Maybe.
Now okay. Sorry for the interruption. So Pradana Paramavyomnor Antare Virajanadi Vedanga Sweda Janita Toyai Prashravita Shubha. So basically, Mahavishnu is lying on Kadaloshan, which is located between Paramavyoma and Pradana. So in comparison to Mahavishnu, one side there is spiritual world, other side there is Pradana, which is yet to be created. As of now, not created, but it will be. And that Karana ocean is said to be manifested from the sweat of the Supreme Lord, who is said to be Vedanga personified or Veda personified. So Ekau Nanatva Manvichyan Yogatalpa Samutita Viryam Hiranmayam Devo Mayaya Visurjat Trida. So then, as he was lying down on the causal ocean, he had a desire that he want to create unlimited material universes. As soon as that desire manifested within his heart, Prakruti, Maya Devi, came out of the transcendental form of the Mahavishnu through his various skin pores and stood in front of him. So she has called with different names in the Bhagavatam. Pradana, Prakruti, Maya, Dravya, and Nitya, Gunamaya, Mahamaya, even Mahakali, Shakti. And then, just by glancing upon Prakruti, Mahavishnu is trying to impregnate her with all the living entities. So that glance carried forward Kala Shakti, Karma, Swabhava, and Jiva Shakti. So Jiva Shakti is having lot of baggages, that is called Karma and Swabhava, and lots of own potency, Kala is Kala Shakti. So on the way, after coming out of the glance of Mahavishnu before reaching Maya, the Kala Shakti expands and transforms into Mahakala Purusha, whom we call as Sadashiva and Shambhu. So it is Mahakala Purusha carries all the jivas along with their karmas and swabhavas and impregnates them in the womb of Mahakali. As a result of that, Mahakali, who is here, we are addressing her as Pradana or Prakriti, produces 24 elements: Mahatattva, Ahankara, Man, Buddhi, Prana, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Tanmatras. Like that, the 24 elements are manifested. Along with their respect to deities. All these deities of the elements are praying to Karnadaksha Vishnu. Oh Lord, you must have had some purpose in creating all of us, in bringing us all of us here. So please tell us what is your intention, what is your purpose. Please give that knowledge and also empower us so that we can do the needful. So in order to engage all these devatas in his service, the Supreme Lord entered into all these 24 elements as Vibhu Shakti and combined all the elements. So from the combination of these 24 elements, there appeared unlimited Brahmandas. And all these Brahmandas are nothing but the empty hollow shells. Inside there is empty and outside there are 7 universal coverings. Every universe has 7 coverings. And along with the 7 coverings, all these Brahmandas which are floating in the Karana ocean appears to be like a Paramanu in comparison to Mahavishnu. That's why in the Bhagavatam says that Paramanuvat Kotishuo under Ashaya. There are crores of under Ashis, but all of them are compared to Mahavishnu are simply like Paramanu. So they are all floating in the Karana ocean. So after they floated for 1000 celestial years, Varshapuga Sahasrante Tadanda Mudakeshayam, which were lying down on the Kadal ocean, Kala Karma Sabhavasto Jivo Jivam Ajivayat. In order to bring them life, Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodaksha Vishnu and enters into each and every universe. There was only one Mahavishnu, but there are crores of Garbhodaksha Vishnus because one Garbhodaksha Vishnu is in one universe. When he entered inside, it was completely dark. He was not at all happy. He wanted to take rest. So he created water, which filled lower half. The upper half is filled with ether and air. Then Garbhodaksha Vishnu entered deep inside the water, took rest for a while. Then he wanted to carry forward the process of creation. For that, he glanced upon his own abdomen. As a result of that, from Lord's navel there appeared a beautiful lotus. And then, in order to further the creation, and this lotus is like the lotus which we see in the lotus pond, consisting of a lotus leaf, stem, and flower. Then he expands as Hiroksha Vishnu, enters into the lotus as its Paramatma. As a result of that, Brahma appears on top of the lotus flower. So Brahma appeared. But he was worried. Hey, what is this? Where am I? What am I doing here? Where is this lotus coming from? Where I come from? So who is the source of this lotus? Like that he wanted to understand. He went into the lotus stem and tried to find out the source of that lotus. Time passed, but he did not do anything. Then he heard two words, 2 syllables, tapa. One more time, tapa. As a result of that, he understood that he need to do tapasya. So he performed tapasya for a long time. As a result of that, he had the beautiful darshan of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He offered wonderful prayers for empowerment. Lord empowered him. Lord instructed him to do tapasya so that you will see the universe which you want to create in front of your eyes. So Brahma performed tapasya as instructed by the Lord. He saw the universe which is in front of him. Then, at that time, while he was performing tapasya, even while he was appearing, there was huge wind which was making the lotus go like them left and right, left and right. The entire lotus stem, lotus leaf is filled with water, something like that. So Brahma drank all the water and air so that the lotus becomes stable. Then from that lotus, stable lotus, he divided into 3 parts. He created 3 divisions, thinking that, oh, this universe is made up of 3 modes. Let there be 3 kinds of living entities in 3 modes, in 3 different places. Fine.
तो वो अभी ज्वाइन कर लो तो मैं आपको होस्ट बना के आई लीव दैट.
So, but he thought, no, it may be too less. Why only 3 category people? There could be some mixed people also. Sattva Rajas, Rajas Tamas, Sattva Tamas, like that. Then he divided the same into 14 divisions. And also within the 14 divisions, there are so many subdivisions also. Like that, Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahadal, Rasadal, Patal, like that, 14 lokas are manifested. The upper surface of the leaf is Bhuloka. The stem is Bhurloka and Sargaloka. The stem and the entire ethereal portion in this entire area is Bhurloka, Sargaloka. And this upper portion from the lotus flower is Maharloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. And within the lotus leaf, like there are 7 tunnels. They are the 7 lower planetary systems. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, like that. So this is how Brahma manifested 14 planetary systems with many subdivisions. Now he has to create the bodily forms for different living entities who will be going to reside in all these 14 lokas. So like that, till now whatever has been explained is all called Sarga, the primary creation by Mahavishnu. By glancing upon Prakriti, Mahavishnu produced 24 elements. By combining them, he created 100 Brahmandas, which are nothing but empty hollow shells consisting of 7 layers. Within that, he entered as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, created Garbhodaka ocean, air, ether, and eventually a lotus flower. And then he entered as Kiroska Vishnu to that lotus. As a result of that, Brahma appeared. Brahma divided that lotus into 14 divisions, and then he will do it further. Till now, is Sarga. Now, this universe in which all of us are residing is of 500 million yojanas. And it is covered by 7 or 8 or 10 layers, and each subsequent layer is thicker than 10 times thicker than the previous layer. But with all those layers, the entire Brahmanda appears to be like a Paramanu. Like that, there are crores of Brahmandas. That is Mahavishnu's creation. Here is Mahavishnu, so many Brahmandas floating in the Karana ocean. This is our universe. From Garbhodaksha Vishnu, 14 lokas, Brahma, like that. And 7 universal layers: earth, water, fire, and ether, Ahankara, and Mahatattva. See, the internal dimension of our universe is 500 million yojanas. The first layer made up of earth, which is also 500 million yojanas. Second layer, 5,000. Third layer, 50,000. Fourth layer, 500,000. Fifth layer, 5,000, like that. Everything is increasing in 10. You can see here. Brahmanda's inner diameter, earth layer, water, fire, air, ether, Ahankara, Mahatattva, Tamoguna, Rajoguna, and Satoguna. All 10 layers. All put together, if it comes to 1.1111 into 10 to the power of 12 million yojanas, or 1.111 into 10 to the power of 18 yojanas. By the way, 1 yojana is equal to 8 miles or 13 kilometers. That is the size of the universe. And this universe is like a Paramanu in comparison to Mahavishnu. So this is all about the primary creation by Mahavishnu. Now, what did Brahma do afterwards? What is secondary creation? So Brahma used the same 24 elements. By combining them, he created the bodily forms for different variety of living entities with intelligence, senses, body, etc. For what purpose? For engaging them in material enjoyment. So that all the living entities can engage themselves in material enjoyment. Once that is done, practicing Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga should come back to Godhead. Here are the 2 purposes. This is very nicely explained in the Bhagavatam at various places. Buddhindriya mana pranan janana masrujat prabhu matrartam cha bhavartam cha atmane kalpanaya cha. With buddhi, indriyas, mana, pranas, Brahma created the bodies for all the living entities. For what purpose? So that they can enjoy 5 tanmatras. If they are not satisfied with the enjoyment of the 5 tanmatras in one lifespan, okay, go to Sarga and enjoy. Go here, go there, and become like this, become that, become this, and enjoy. Bhavartam. Once all that enjoyment is done, then let me come back to Godhead. Atmane Kalpanayacha. For all these things, to facilitate the fulfillment of all these things, Lord Brahma has manifested our body in various forms. Not only us, but all the living entities, 84 lakh species all over the universe. That is Brahma's duty. This is called Visarga. So before getting into Visarga, this is Sarga, the primary creation, which is nothing but the creation of 24 elements, 1 to 24 you can see here. Mahatattva, which is nothing but Chitta, Ahankara, mind, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Buddhi, Panchamahabhutas, Panchatanmatras. In addition to all these things, Mahavishnu also created one more thing that is called as tamas, ignorance, which has 5 ajnana vrittis: avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. These are all called avidya coverings. So what is the meaning of this avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha? Avidya means forgetfulness of our original identity. Jiva is originally Jivera Swarupai Krishnera Nityadas. But when the same Jiva comes to material world, Jiva has to forget that. Otherwise, Jiva cannot enjoy separate from the material world. If we were keep reminded that we are Krishnadas, how will one enjoy? So like that. The first avidya does forgetfulness of one's identity. Asmita does, it gives us a new identity. As long as we are in the human body, we say, I am a human, I am male, I am this, I am that. When we are in Devata body, we say, I am a Devata, I am this, I am that, like that. The body in which we reside, we identify with that. That is called Asmita. While living in that body, we make friends with other similar people because they are giving us enjoyment. So we want to be with them or we want them to be with us. That is called Raga. Somebody else also wants them with them. It may be object, it may be person. There is a competition, there is a fight, there is Dvesha, enmity. But ultimately, everyone knows that there is something called as death. Our enjoyment stops at death. So let me enjoy as much as possible before death comes. That is called Abhinivesha. So with all these things, a person by default ends up committing sinful activities and become bound in the material world. So with the combination of 24 material elements and 5 ajnana vrittis, Lord Brahma created 4 kinds of living entities in which the concept of forgetfulness, the concept of identifying with the body, the concept of making friends with those who are giving enjoyment to us, the concept of making enmity with those who are obstructing our enjoyment, the concept of being fearful of death and trying to enjoy as much as possible before death comes. All these things are there in these 4 categories of living entities. There may be gradation, but they are there. First, 6 types of plants and trees, then 28 types of lower species, which includes aquatics, reptiles, mammals, and birds, and 1 variety of human beings, and 8 kinds of superhuman beings, such as chief devatas, adityas, rudras, vatus, marus, agnis, and ashwinis, sadhyas, pitrus, gandharva, apsaras, kimpurushas, kinnaras, siddhacharana, vidyadharas, yaksharakshasas, bhutapeta, pishashas, daitya, danavas, like this. All these different kinds of lingas were made. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 category of lingas. Here, the coverings are very strong. Here, coverings are little up to the devatas. The coverings become little weaker, much weaker. So like that. But how to get out of this covering? How to get out of this ignorance? How to attain the real knowledge? So we need to take shelter of Vidya. So what is Vidya? Vidya has 2 components. One is Vedic literature. Second one is the teachers. Shastra and the teacher. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Guru and Sadhu are the teachers and Shastra is Shastra. These 2 are Vidya components. Okay. Then Brahma creates 4 Kumaras who will teach Tapasya, Jnana Yoga, Vairagya, and Ashtanga Yoga. 11 Rudras who also teach Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Prajapati is headed by Daksha, Marichi, Pulasya, Pulaha, Kratu, Angira, Bhrugu, etc. etc. Nishkama Karma Yoga. They teach Nishkama Karma Yoga. Narada Muni to teach Bhakti Yoga. And also all the Vedas, Upavedas, Puranas, Vedangas, Nyaya Shastra, Dharma Shastras, etc. Alphabets, grammar, phonetics, Nirukta dictionary, and syllables, everything. Everything Brahma manifested. That means Guru Sadhu Shastra. The Vidya potency is in the form of Shastra, Vidya potency in the form of the teachers who teach Shastra. Both are manifested. So by taking shelter of these people, the Vedic literature in the Guru Sadhu, one can overcome the bondage created by these four kinds of bodily forms. This is secondary creation. So in these two elements, in these six kinds of types of plants, we have the six varieties are there. Of 28 types of animals, we have Divshapa, Ekashapa, Panchanaka and all. Let us see. These are the six types of plants. Some plants directly give fruits without flowers. Some plants only live for 1 year. Some plants need support. Some plants trunk is hollow. Some plants have deep roots. Some plants will give flowers first and then fruits. So these are different variety animals, and all these antelope, bison, cow, deer, and sheep, goat, etc. They are known as Vishapa. The feet has been divided into two parts. And horse, etc. Ekshapa, horse and camel. Dog, tiger, cat, etc. Panchanaka. Their feet has got 5 nails. Reptiles, aquatics, land dwelling birds, and water dwelling birds. Like this, all the different variety, different category of living entities. So they're there. Then human beings, when they are explained, the attributes are given as Rajo Adhika. They have more passion. As a result of that, Karma Para. They consider karma as superior. Karma is the supremest thing. Karma Parayana. Then finally, Dukkecha Sukhamanna. They feel happy even in the midst of Dukkha also. That is the human characteristics. And then there are the creation of 8 types of superhuman beings, which include Devatas, Asuras, Rakshasas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Bhuta, Pitta, Pishashas, etc. etc. And then there is the creation of Vidyas, 4 Kumaras to teach Tapasya, Jnana Yoga, Vairagya, Ashtanga Yoga. Then 11 Rudras to teach Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Then there is Daksha Prajapati, Saptarshis, and they teach Nishkama Karma Yoga. Narada Muni to teach Bhakti Yoga. So till now, he has been doing all these creations by his mystic potency. But now Brahma thought that, no, how long I will do like this? I need to make it autonomous. I need to make it automatic. That should have automatic thing. Then he created the first couple. That is Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa. So both of them appeared, got married. As a result of that, they begot children. They have sons and daughters. Their daughters were given marriage to some sages, and they begot children. And they were given marriage to somebody else. They begot children. Like that, the creation is continuing since then. Even now also it's going on by the combination of male and female forms. Started with Swayambhuva and Shatarupa. With this, Brahma established a kind of autonomous system. So these are the different forms that have been manifested by Brahma. Brahma used 24 mental elements, 5 coverings of ignorance, then produced aquatics, plants, reptiles, birds and beasts, and 8 kinds of superhuman beings, 4 Kumaras, 11 Rudras, all the Prajapatis and also Narada Muni, and human beings, 4 Vedas, 4 Vedangas, 4 Upavedas, 4 other Shastras, letters, meters, notes, musical notes, Sarigama Padani, etc. Finally, the Manu with his wife were created, who protect everything by establishing the sacrifice. When Brahma created all these people and also finally Manu, he established a process called Yajna for the mutual dependence, mutual cooperation, and for mutual prosperity. Sahayajna Praja Sushva Purovacha Prajapati Anena Prasavidyasvam Yeshavosti Ishtakamatu. After Brahma created all the living entities, told them, hey, my dear children, perform yajna. As a result of that, all of you live prosperous and in cooperation. So like that. So, thus, Brahma divided this lotus into 14 divisions, first 3, and then eventually into 14, and then with so many subdivisions, then he filled all these lokas with different variety of living entities. So you can see who is living where. Upper 4 lokas, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, all the great sages, the components of Vidya residing. The 4 Kumaras, Narada Muni, so many Prajapatis, Rishis, Munis, they are staying upperward. In Sargaloka, the principal Devatas, 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, 49 Marus, 49 Agnis, and 2 Ashwinis, 13 Vishwadevas, etc. In Bhurloka, the lesser Devatas, like Sadhyas, Pitrus, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Siddhacharana, Vidyadharas, Yaksha, Rakshasas, Bhuta, Peta, Pishashas. All these are residing in the Bhuvarloka. So by the way, 21 to 23, it is discussing about Bhuvarloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. All those lokas are discussed there. So you see, these are the different people who are residing in all these places. Sargaloka, sensible devatas, upper 4 planets, all the great sages. Bhuvarloka, the 6 superhuman beings, the remaining 6. Out of 8, 1 is here, 2 to 7 are here. And then Bhuloka, the plants, aquatics, animals, birds, humans, and devata like human beings are residing in the Bhuloka. Of course, these animals, birds, plants also there in the spirit, in the heavenly plants also, but they are minority there. But at our place, they are majority. In comparison to human beings, these plants and birds and animals are more in number. Then 7 Bilasvargas, Atala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala. In these 4 places resides Asuras, Daityas and Danavas, etc. In Vitaraloka again, Yaksha, Rakshasas and Bhuta, Peta, Pishas are residing. These Asuras are the last one, 8th one. Up to 7 came here, the 8th one is Asuras, they are residing here. Mahatala and Patala are meant for Nagas and Sarpas, like Vasuki and all, they reside in this Mahatala and Patala. And these lokas are explained in the 24th chapter. 24th chapter talks about 7 lower planetary systems. So like that. So this is like brief summary of Visarga. This is how all the living entities have been manifested. This is one famous loka all of us know. We hear many times. Jalajanava Savara Laksham Chiti, Kramayorudra Sankhya, Pakshinam, Dashalakshana, Trimshal Lakshani, Pashva, Chatur Lakshani, Manava. So the different living entities which we have seen, their particular numbers are mentioned, but still whatever it is. So, having created Swayambhu, Manu and Chaturupa, Lord Brahma established a automatic process of continuation of creation. That is called Nitya Srishti or Nitya creation. Every day, somebody is taking birth and things are happening and going on. That he established it so that it continues automatically. So Swayambhu, Manu and
Hare
Chaturupa
Krishna.
married. One second. Swayambhu, Manu, Chaturupa married and they gave birth to 5 children. Akuti, Devahuti and Prasuti were the daughters. Uttanapada, Prevata were sons. How they got married, how they begot children, who are their descendants and all, we have already seen. Starting from first chapter of 4th canto until 5th chapter of the 5th canto. So this talks about during Swayambhu Manvantara, how the progeny expanded. So that has been kind of hinted there. So in that way. So this is about a brief summary of Sarga and Visarga. Yes, Mataji, you are saying something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. These humans, 4 lakh species are there. So this includes Devatas and Kinnaras and Yakshas.
Yeah, yes. At least for now, we can include them because Devatas, humans are all of similar bodily structure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So this is all from 2nd canto and 3rd canto. Now, if we come to 5th canto, starting from chapter 1, the structure of the universe has been explained. So among the many universes, this is our universe, within which there are 14 lokas, which are compared to a lotus flower coming out of the water, so which Brahma divided into 14 divisions. And of the 14 divisions, the upper surface of the lotus leaf is Bhumandala, about which Prabhuji already explained recently. All of you have heard, but still there is a quick summary. Let us see. So in the first chapter, it is explained that when Priyavrata Maharaj was ruling over the entire Bhumandala, this is the Bhumandala. As you see from the top, this is the entire Bhumandala. You go to the top of the universe and look down. You see a circular disc kind of thing. That entire circular disc, in the middle of that is Mount Meru. Keeping Mount Meru at the center, the sun would revolve around it every day. In every 24 hours, he would make one round. As sun is traveling around at any given point of time, half the Bhumandala is bright and other half is dark. So Priyavrata was not happy with this condition. Why people are simply wasting 12 hours in sleeping? So thinking like that, he expands himself into a second person and that person becomes the second sun and he is giving brightness to the other half which is dark. So as the sun is moving, he is also moving in his own chariot. Just like sun's chariot has only one wheel, his chariot also has one wheel. In that one wheel chariot, he was traveling. That wheel was continuously traveling at one place continuously for 26 days. As a result of that, the chariot wheel produced a trench or ditch there. Then Privarta went a little bit outside, expanding himself 2 times to the previous size. Again traveled there another 26 days, creating another ditch there. Like that, he traveled for 7 times. He created 7 ditches. Eventually, by the will of the providence, the 7 ditches were filled with 7 types of water. How long he did this? Traveling in each circle for 26 days. In 7 circles, he traveled. It took half the year almost. So starting from Karka Sankranti, he was gradually going outside until Makar Sankranti. Then starting from Makar Sankranti, he was gradually coming in until Karka Sankranti. Like that, half the year was going out, half the year he was coming in. This he was doing as long as he was there. So then, eventually, by the will of the providence, the 7 ditches are filled with 7 types of water, which became known as 7 oceans. The in-between land became known as 7 dvipas. So here we have 7 oceans, 7 dvipas. The 7th ocean is sweet drinking water, Pushkar Dvipa, 7th Dvipa. Emulsified yogurt, Shaka Dvipa. Then milk ocean, Krauncha Dvipa. This is the milk ocean, same milk ocean where Samudra Manthan taken place. Here in this ocean only the Devatas, Asuras put together did Samudra Manthan. Then Krauncha Dvipa, then Ghee ocean, Kusha Dvipa, Surasagara, Salmali Dvipa, then sugarcane juice ocean, Plakshudipa, saltwater ocean, finally Jambudipa. Within that Jambudipa we have Mount Meru. So like this, the 7 Deepas were manifested, and eventually the 7 Deepas were given to 7 sons of Priyavrata, and they became the individual rulers, Agnidra, Itmajiva, etc. So these are the 7 Deepas surrounded by 7 oceans. In the 7th Deepa, which is known as Pushkar Deepa, exactly in the middle, there is a mountain known as Manasottar mountain, which divides the entire Dvipa into 2 parts. One Varsha here, the second Varsha. So a tract of land between 2 water bodies is known as Dvipa. A tract of land either between 2 mountains or adjacent to a mountain is known as Varsha. Here is a mountain, and next to the mountain is the one land. This is first Varsha, this is second Varsha, like that. Similarly, in the intermediate Dvipas, there are 7 mountains, dividing those Dvipas into 7 Varshas. I shown the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 Dvipas because of the 7 mountains. So like that. Interesting thing is, on top of this mountain there is a beautiful lotus. That's why this land became known as Pushkara Dvipa. And here on one of the mountain there is a nice tree known as Shaka tree. This entire land is known as Shaka Dvipa. There is a Krauncha mountain, it became Krauncha Dvipa. Now, from this mountain comes rivers, and these rivers provide everything that is required for the people living in this area. We may think that okay, river means it is giving water. No, in these varshas, in these dvipas and varshas, the rivers provide multiple streams. In one stream there is water, in one stream there is milk, in one stream there is yogurt, in one stream there is buttermilk, butter, ghee, sugarcane juice, molasses, everything that is required for a person to survive. It is naturally available in the form of streams. That means in these dvipas and in these varshas, no one need to work hard. No one need to go to office and earn money and go to supermall and purchase all the daily utilities and go to dairy and purchase milk products. Nothing is required. Everything is available in the form of river streams. That is the specialty of these dvipas and varshas. That's why all these dvipas are known as Bhumandala, the heaven and the earth. And sun, whom we see in the sky every day traveling, rising and setting, is said to be situated just above this Manasottara mountain and continuously revolving tirelessly from the beginning of the day of Brahma, and he will continue to travel like that till the end of the day of. This is how the sun is situated just above this Manasuttara mountain. As you go inside, there is one tree here, then Krauncha mountain, Kusha grass, as a result of Kushadvipa, Salmali tree, Salmali Dvipa, and the same rivers providing all the necessities that are required for the respective lands. Then you go further, Shalmali tree, Plaksha tree, and Jambu tree. Because the Plaksha tree became Plakshadvipa, because the Jambu tree became Jambudvipa, and the Salmal tree becomes the residence of Garuda. Whenever Garuda comes to Bhumandala, it takes rest on top of this in the tree. And there are tributary rivers also. So like this, the 7 Dvipas description has been given in the 20th chapter, which you recently read. I don't need to go into further details. Then Jambu Dvipa. The entire Bhumandala is like a lotus flower. The 7 islands are like subtle coverings of the lotus petals, and Jambu Dvipa is like the orb of the lotus. This is like big, not exact lotus, but big, like this. So all the petals which are in the one circle are considered to be one Dvipa and one ocean dual, something like that we can say. So 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans, and some details are there. And this is, if this is the entire thing is Bhumandala, this whole area is Jambudvipa. This pericarp is Mount Meru. It's like this. Jambudvipa is flat with a width of 100,000 yojanas, and there is Mount Meru, whose height is same 100,000 yojanas. Out of 100,000 yojanas, 16,000 yojanas of Mount Meru is inside the Bhumandala, 84,000 is above the surface of the Bhumandala. And the mountain is gradually increasing bigger and bigger. Normally mountains are like this. On the top it is like Shikara 1 point, but here we can see it is like this. But however, at the base it is 16,000, on the top it is 32,000. This entire mountain is made up of gold completely. So Jambudvipa has Mount Meru in the middle, and surrounding it there are 8 more mountains which are dividing the entire Jambudvipa into 9 varshas. We have Kuru Varsha, Hiranyamaya Varsha, Ramyaka Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, Ilavrata Varsha, Bhadrasha Varsha, Hari Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, and Bharata Varsha. Like this, 9 varshas are there within Jambudvipa. This is another picture of the entire Jambudvipa surrounded by saltwater ocean. This is Jambudvipa with all the mountains and varshas, Mount Meru in the middle. Another picture, little close up. So now, among the 9 Dvipas, Bhagavatam especially talks about the Ilavrata Varsha. Just to give a hint, what kind of facilities are there in Jambudvipa? In Ilavrata Varsha, in the middle, there is Mount Meru, which is completely made up of gold. Surrounding that, there are 4 mountains, which are also made up of gold. These 4 mountains are also made up of gold. By the way, this Mandara mountain, whatever you see in the right side, this is the mountain.
Varsha, how it works.
See, Varsha means a tract of land between 2 mountains, or a tract of land located next to a mountain, either between 2 mountains or next to a mountain. That is called Varsha. Similarly, a tract of land which is located between 2 oceans or 1 ocean completely, that is called Dvipa. Here is the ocean, here is Dvipa. So like that. So this is Ilavrata Varsha. Mount Meru is made up of gold, and these 4 mountains are also made up of gold. By the way, this mountain is used for churning the milk ocean in the Samudra Manthan episode. That is the Mantara mountain. So now, on top of these 4 mountains, there are 4 wonderful trees: mango tree, jamun tree, kadamba, and banyan tree. At the base, there are wonderful lakes surrounded by wonderful gardens. The lakes are filled with milk, honey, sugarcane juice, pure water, like this. And then the garden is Nandana, Chitrarata, Viprajata, Sarvatobhadra, like that. The different devatas and devata-like beings come to these places and spend time with their concerts and other family members and enjoy. Then, when the mango fruit, which is on top of the mountain, whose height is 10,000 yojanas, The tree whose height is 1000 yojanas, from the 11,000 yojanas when it falls down, it breaks open and flows like a river, mango juice river. And the river, the mango juice fragrance goes to a distance of 1 to 10 yojanas. 1 yojana means 13 kilometers. That much fragrance comes, that much pure river is it. Then here, when the jamun fruit which falls down from the top of the tree, it breaks open and flows like a river. But when the river is flowing on both the sides, whether it is mud or sand, whatever we can say, when that sand is moistened by the river, eventually dried by sunlight and the air, that sand turns into gold. And that gold is worn by the residents of Ilavarta people. That means gold is available on the river bank. If you remove 1 ton gold today, and tomorrow new gold will be formed. It's like unlimited gold. Then from the Kadamba tree, there are so many honeycombs are there, so much honey and dripping down and flowing in the form of 5 rivers, each 40 meters width, pure honey, whose fragrance goes to a distance of 100 yojanas. Then finally, most interesting thing is banyan tree has got 100 roots, and every root gives one stream. In one stream there is milk, in another stream there is yogurt, honey, ghee, molasses, bedding, sitting, all these things. Even our clothing, the material required for constructing a home and bedding and all these things is flowing in the form of rivers. You take out that material and you do some post processing and then it turns into a particular object. With that you do whatever you want to do. So everything that we need is available in the form of rivers only. So that is the advantage, that is the opulence of this place. There are 8 mountains which are made up of silver. There are 20 mountains which are made up of diamond. Like that, the mountains are made up of silver, gold, and diamond. These are the opulence of Ilavarta Varsha. You can see here closer picture of Ilavarta Varsha. 8 mountains, 4 mountains, 20 mountains. So like that. Then on top of the Mount Meru, the Devatas have their townships. These are not their permanent residences, but once in a while when they want to discuss about universal management, they come here and discuss. Brahma has his township in the middle, other Devatas have surrounding. They all come, the Dikpalakas have surroundingly. The remaining Devatas are also accommodated here and there, and they do the needful. So like that. Then there was a discussion about the descent of Ganga. When Lord Vamana became Trivikrama, with 1 feet he covered the entire Bhumandala, with the 2nd feet he covered Borloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Then his toenail touched the universal shell. As a result of that, the causal ocean which was outside the universe entered into our universe. First came to Brahmaloka. Lord Brahma suddenly opened his eyes, realized what is happening. He collected the water and then did Abhishek of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet with the same water. Then the ocean became known as, that water became known as Bhagavat Padi, because it is a foot wash of Supreme Lord. Then the water passing through Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, it came down to Dhruvaloka. Dhruvaloka was originally the abode of Kshirodaksha Vishnu. When Dhruva Maharaj performed tapasya with the intention to get Padam Tribhuvanoskushtam Jigisho Sadhu Artmame, I want to get a place or position superior to that of Brahma, who is the head of the 3 planetary systems, and that means entire universe. Then Lord Vishnu had to give his own position, his own abode to Dhruva. Lord Vishnu is responsible for the maintenance of the universe, and that service, that position has been given to Dhruva. Now Dhruva is maintaining the entire universe on behalf of Kshirodaksha Vishnu. And he himself, after giving his own land to Vishnupada to Dhruva, he created an island inside the milk ocean, which is in the Dhruvaloka. That is called as Shvetadvipa. In that Shvetadvipa, he himself resides. Then after passing through Dhruvaloka, it passes through Saptarishi Mandal, then Swargaloka, then Borloka, finally comes to Chandramandala. After inundating Chandramandala, it comes to top of Mount Meru. In the middle of Mount Meru, Manavati, Brahma's abode. From there, it is divided into 4 divisions, 4 streams. That which goes in the east, that is called Chakshu. That which goes into the west, that is called Sita. This is Sita. The next one is Chakshu. That which goes in the north is called Bhadra. That which goes into south is called Alakananda. Like that, it divided into 4 streams, goes in 4 directions. You can see here, as it is coming from the top, it comes to Manavati, Brahma's town. It goes in 4 directions, and from the top of Mount Meru, it falls down to the Jambudipa. So when it comes down, the eastern stream passes through Gandhamadana mountain and Bhadrashvarsha. The southern stream, jumping upon the mountains, passes through all the Varshas, and finally Bharata Varsha, and then afterwards saltwater ocean. The western Varsha, Malevan, the western river, Malevan mountain and Ketumala Varsha. And similarly north, jumping across the mountains, enters into saltwater ocean. So like that, Ganga, which appeared as a result of Lord Vamana touching the universal shell, passing through Satyaloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, Dhruvaloka, Sargaloka, Bhuvarloka, Chandraloka, Mount Meru, and Jambudipa. And then after entering into saltwater ocean, eventually later on, by the desire of Supreme Lord, the same Ganga water goes down to Patala, where Indra, who stole the horse from Sagar Maharaj. So, searching after that horse, our sons of Sagar Maharaj, 60,000 sons, were digging all around Jambudipa. As a result of that, so many, they dug and threw the mud into the saltwater ocean. As a result of that, so many small islands were formed surrounding Jambudipa. Still, they did not find the horse. Then they dug downward further, passing through Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. When they came to Patala, they found the horse. They thought Lord Kapila is the stealer of the horse. They wanted to kill him. But because of their offense, they were burned to ashes by the fire element within their bodies. Eventually, other son, Amshuman, being requested by his grandfather, he came down to Patala. There he saw Lord Kapila and also the dead bodies of his uncles and also the horse. With Lord's permission, he took the horse. He requested Lord, my dear Lord, please deliver my uncles and forgive their mistake. Lord said, I did not take anything offensive. But if you want to deliver them, you bring Ganga down. The Ganga which came all the way up to Alakananda, all these places, eventually disappeared. The Ganga which is coming to Bharata Varsha disappeared. Only Ganga up till it was there. After this disappeared. Then Bhagirath, Amshuman, then Dilipa, and then Bhagirath had to pray to Ganga that please come down, please come down. Finally, Ganga agreed, jumping onto Himalaya mountain, from there to Bharata Varsha, and then entering saltwater ocean, following after Bhagirath Maharaj, goes all the way up to passing through Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatal, Patal, and delivers their forefathers. The same pratha is being followed even today also. When somebody of our family dies, either they immerse the ashes in the Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Kaveri, Krishnaveni, any holy river in the India. So like that. So like that it is being indicated. We have seen the opulences that are there in the 11th Varsha. The similar kind of opulences will be there in the 8 Varshas and also other Dvipas except Bharata Varsha. Entire Bhumandala has got similar kind of opulences. Everything they need is available in the form of water streams. But only Bharata Varsha is different from all these places. That's why Bharata Varsha is called as Karma Bhumi. All other 8 Varshas of Jambudipa and other 6 Dvipas completely, they are known as Bhauma Sarga. So what is this Bhauma Sarga? There are 3 heavens in the entire universe, 3 Sargas in the entire universe. Divya Sarga, which is consisting of Bhurloka, Sargaloka, Bhauma Sarga, which is consisting of Bhuloka, except Bharata Varsha, and Bila Sarga, which is consisting of 7 lower planetary systems. So why 3 Sargas? So it is like this Sarga is meant for Sattva people, this Sarga is meant for Rajoguni people, this Sarga is meant for Tamoguni people. Those who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of goodness, they will go to Bhuvarloka or Sargaloka, Divya Sarga. Those people who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of passion, they will go to Bhauma Sarga. And those people who perform Yajna, Dana, Tapa in the mode of ignorance, they will take birth in Bila Sarga, 7 lower planetary systems. Now, however, since we are discussing about Bhauma Sarga, but who will go to Bhauma Sarga? Those who perform pious activity in the mode of goodness, they first go to the Visarga. After spending 90% of their piety, then they take birth in Bhumasarga. Sarginam Punya Shesha Upabhoga Sthanani. Those who actually gone to Swarga, but they want to enjoy the remaining fruits. 90% they enjoy in the Visarga. With the 10% they take birth in Bhumasarga. They enjoy 9%, they are remaining with 1%, they take birth in Bharata Varsha in the Suchinam Srimatam Gaye Yoga Brashtobi Jayata. So like that. This is how the hierarchy. Whoever takes birth in Divya Bhaumaswarga, anywhere in the Bhaumaswarga, what kind of lifestyle they have? Every person's lifespan is 10,000 years. They have the bodily strength of 10,000 elephants. And they have wives who give birth to children only in their last year, that is 10,000th year. For 9,999 years, they live normally only. But in the last year, they beget children. Oh, one may think that, okay, how 1 year, one child is born, then they die. What will happen to the child? Nothing will happen. As soon as the mother and father come together, the mother becomes pregnant. Within 48 minutes, within one muhurta, the mother gives birth to a child. Then another muhurta, the child becomes 16 years old teenager. And the child remains 16 years old teenager for their entire life, for the 10,000 years and whatever lifespan is there. This is the system in the heaven. They don't have to take trouble of bearing the baby, giving birth and caring the baby and all. That's why it is called Sarga. Sarga means no hardships. Life is very peaceful. But in the Bharata Varsha, lot of hardships. That's how we have to understand. And then in this Bhauma Sarga, they have the happiness like that of Treta Yuga. Like this, the description of all these other places has been indicated. In all these places, people are there, they have the leaders are worshipping the respect to Ishtadeva. So all of you have heard prayers nicely. In Harivarsha, Prahlad Maharaj is still there worshipping Lord Narasimhadev. In Kimpurusha Varsha, Hanumanji, Sugriva and all other Vanas are worshipping Lord Ram. In Bharata Varsha, Narada Muni worshipping Narayana Rishis. In Ketumala Varsha, Mother Lakshmi worshipping Lord Rishikesha. In Bhadrash Varsha, the son of Yamaraj, Bhadrashva, is worshipping Lord Haigriva. Here, the current Manu, Vaivashvata, Manu, Shradadeva, is worshipping Lord Matsya. Here, Aryama, one of the 12 Adityas, is worshipping Kurma. Here, Mother Bhudevi, worshipping Lord Varaha. Here, one of the 11 Rudras.
The recording part 1 and the second session. That's it.
Hare Krishna, kindly can mute. Select. So here you can see how when the sons of Sarga Maharaj was digging around, they created all these islands like this. Lanka, which we generally hear, that is actually not Sri Lanka, but that is outside Jambudipa. Outside Jambudipa, outside Bharatavarsha, Lanka is here somewhere, completely outside. So then, in the 19th chapter, after talking about all these places, there is a discussion about Bharatavarsha. So this Bharatavarsha has been explained. It talks about, Bhagavatam talks about the mountains and rivers that are there in Bharatavarsha. In that context, Vishnu Chakravarti quotes from Vishnu Purana. Vishnu Purana says, in the Bharatavarsha, there are 9 divisions. They are known as 9 Deepas. Their names are Indradeepa, Kaseru, Tamravarna, Babasiman, Nagadeepa, Soumya, Gandharva, Varuna. And the 9th, which is bordering the ocean, which is 1,000 yojanas from north to south. So basically, this 9th one is actually known as Bharata Dvipa. Or it is also called as Bharata Kanda, Sudarshana Dvipa, Navadvipa, Kumarika Dvipa, various names are there. Because of the 9th one, the whole area becomes known as Bharata Varsha. So 9th one technically we can call as Bharata Dvipa, but we generally refer to it as Bharata Kanda, whose width is 1000 yojanas. Because entire Bharata Varsha 9000 yojanas, there are 9 divisions, each division is about 1000 yojanas. Then Vishnu Purana further says, Bharatasya Varshasya Navabeda Nibodata Sagarantharita Gneyastu Agame Parapram. These 9 divisions are divided by ocean, and one cannot go from one division to other division. We may think that, oh, we have airplanes, we have rockets, we can go to other divisions. No, that is not possible. Especially in this current Kali Yuga, we cannot visit another division with our eyes. That is not possible. So here is Bharatavarsha, whose width is 9,000 yojana from here to here, which has got 9 divisions separated by the ocean, and the 9th division is Bharatakanda, and you can see in the previous chapters, 5th Canto, Agnidra, the eldest son of Prevrata, was given the responsibility of taking care of the Jambudvipa. He married Purochitti and begot 9 sons, and 9 sons were given the 9 divisions of Jambudvipa, 9 Varshas, and they are named after the names of children only. Nabi Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, Hari Varsha, Ilaur Tilvat Varsha, like that. And Nabi, the eldest son, married Nabi Devi, it's Meru Devi, the son of Mount Meru, the daughter of Mount Meru. So then they performed a special yajna. They wanted to have the Supreme Lord as their son. So the Supreme Lord appeared as their son, that is Lord Rishabhdeva. When Nabi was ruling this tract of land, it was known as Nabi Varsha. When Lord Rishabhdeva was ruling this tract of land, it was known as Ajunava Varsha. So Lord Rishabhdeva married Indra's daughter Jayanti. Through her, he gave birth to 100 sons. Out of 181 became Brahmanas, 9 became Navayogendras, and 10 became Kshatriyas. Out of the 10, the eldest one is Bharata. Then the land became known as Bharata Varsha. And in that land, there are 9 divisions. The 9 divisions are taken care by the 9 younger brothers. Tesham Nava Navadvipa Patayo Aste Samatata. The remaining 9 brothers of Bharata became the lords of the 9 dvipas within Bharata Varsha. So like that. This is the only hint given in the Bhagavatam. Otherwise, Vishnu Purana very nicely talks about. But for all practical purposes, our acharyas and our authorities, our scriptures say that the 9th division, which we are calling as Bharatakanda, is nothing but our earth globe. The earth globe on which we are residing is nothing but the 9th division. Somehow or other, the 9th island became turned into a globular shape. It's like that. Well, the entire Bhumandala was almost flat. This 9th division of Bharata Varsha is almost spherical. Like that. So some more details of this 9th division, Vishnu Purana says, in this 9th division, the east side there are Kiratas are residing, in the west side Yavanas are residing, in the east side there are kingdoms such as Kamarupa, Varissa, Kalinga, Magadha, in the south side there are Marukas and Malavas kingdoms. And then Bharata Varsha described as Chatvari Bharate Varshe Yugantara Mahamune. Only in Bharata Varsha there are 4 yugas, which are the Kruta, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, and Annetra Nakvachit, which do not exist elsewhere. Only in Bharata Varsha we have these 4 yugas happening. Rest of the universe, there is no time division in the form of 4 yugas. The 4 yuga concept is applicable only for Bharata Varsha. This is another unique thing of Bharata Varsha. So, like that, eventually, Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja, one of the Sri Vaishnava Acharya, reading Mahabharat from Bhishma Parva, just before Mahabharat battle began, while discussing about who are all the kings came from, which are the different places to take part in the battle. So Sanjaya talks about the structure of the Bharatakanda, then Bharata Varsha, then Jambudvipa, etc. It talks about everything. But we will take few verses which are connected to Bharatakanda. Sudarshanam Pravakshami Dvipam Te Kurunandana Parimandalo Maharaja Dvipoto Chakra. This Dvipa looks very beautiful, that's why it is called as Sudarshan Dvipa. And when you look from the far, it looks like the plain disc like the Sudarshan Chakra. But when you go nearby, it looks like a spear, Parimandala. Parimandala means spear like a bale fruit. And on top of this entire place is filled with so many plants which are giving us fruits and flowers. Because the fruits and flowers are the real wealth of the living entities. Dhana Dhanyavan. The Dhanya is actual Dhana of these people in Bharata Varsha, in Bharatakanda, like that. And then this entire Bharatakanda is surrounded by saltwater ocean. Then, just like in the morning, after taking bath, before entering into temple hall, we see our face in the mirror. Just like our head is also like spherical. When we see in the mirror, our front portion appears. Only front portion appears in the mirror. When the mirror goes backward, you can see the back portion. Like that, taking the moon
यथा च पुरुषः पश्य तादृशे मुखमात्मना, just like we see our face in the mirror, evam sudarshana dvipo drishyate chandramandale. Similarly, the Sudarshan Dvipa sees himself in the mirror of moon. So when he sees in the front side looks like Viramshe Pipalas Tatra. It looks like the combination of people tree leaves. On the other side, Viramshe Shishamahan. Other side there is one people tree leaf and also there is a great rabbit. Sarvaushadhi Samavyapa Sarvata Paribramita. All these places are filled with so many plants and trees. And apasato anna vijnaya esha sankshepa uchate. The remaining area is all filled with water. So reading these verses, he drew the picture. Combination of people tree leaves front side and the back side people tree leaf and rabbit. These portions are all filled with so many plants. Remaining all is all water. So he was thinking, what is this? What is the meaning of this? While he was walking around, he came other side. Then he realized what it is. It is referring to the modern world map. So here you can see. So the ninth division of Bharatavarsha, which is known as Bharatakanda, Sutan-Dvipa, Bharatadvipa, and Kumarika-Dvipa, etc., is what? The earth globe on which we are residing. Its picture is given in Mahabharata. So like that. Thus, in the huge Bhumandala, there is Jambudvipa. In that there are 9 Varshas. One is Bharatavarsha. In that there are 9 Dvipas. One is Bharatakanda. That Bharatakanda is our earth globe. So like that, we have to.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
But what about the ether which is surrounding our globe that astronauts are finding?
Ether is ether. Ether is everywhere. All over the universe, ether is there.
No, it's a ocean, na?
Ether is not ocean.
No. This is
ocean. This is ocean.
This is a leaf, na? This Bhumandala.
Yes, Bhumandala is the leaf. Perfect.
There is a ocean, na?
On the surface of the Bhumandala, there are 7 oceans. Saltwater ocean, sugarcane juice ocean. They are all on the surface of the Bhumandala only.
And below also, na?
Below there is Garbhodaka ocean.
Garbhodaka ocean. So where is ether exactly?
Ether is above the plane of the Bhumandala. Maybe after some time I will show the universe picture. I will explain that. Where is the ether? I will show that.
Okay.
Maybe few slides later, the whole picture will come. That time I will show. This is the complete picture which was drawn by the same three Thiruvenkat Ramanujar who drew the picture of this Bharatakanda, rabbit and people, etc. He draw the picture of the entire universe. Here we have 7 universal layers. Here is the Bhumandala. Here are the seven different Dvipas, oceans, and this is Pushkar Dvipa and Mansutar mountain. This is Mount Meru. This is Dhruvaloka. This is the chariot of sun. So like that. This entire portion is filled with ether. Ether is all over. And this is Bhumandala. So like that. So like that, some other reference also Sultan also talks about earth being spherical, but that means the Bharatakanda being spherical, because wherever we go, we think that we are on the top of the surface of the earth globe. Thus, see, it was the plain Bhumandala. In that plain Bhumandala, there is earth globe. In that earth globe, in the middle, there is line of equator. We are almost standing on the line of equator. We Indians are almost in the line of equator. So with respect to the universe, the sun is revolving above Bhumandala, just above Mansutra mountain. But for us, who are in India, close to the equator, we see sun is rising in the east, going overhead in the noon time, and setting in the west in the evening, and going below our feet in the midnight. Again, next morning rising, we see sun is going up and down. From our perspective, because we are standing on the spherical earth, we are living on the spherical earth, we have experience of sun going like this, going up and down. But from the external perspective, from a third person perspective, this is the entire Bhumandala. In this is here the Mansutar mountain upon which sun is traveling like this, horizontally only. So like that. This entire area is what? Ether is there. This is the Bhumandala. Below Bhumandala, we have Garbhodaka ocean. And on the surface of the Bhumandala, we have 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans. In the middle, Jammu Dvipa, and in that Bharatakanda, Bharatavarsha and Bharatakanda is there. Like that. You can see. If you happen to be on the North Pole, you can see sun is moving around you, doing your parikrama. If you are at 60 degrees latitude, you can see sun is moving inclined plane. 30 degrees, little bit more inclined. 0 degrees, you see sun is going up and down only. India is like very close to 0, so we also have similar experience. So this is because it is spherical in nature. That's why we are getting this experience. So this is the whole Jambudvipa. Here Bharatavarsha and Bharatakanda. Now this is the greater Himalayas whose height is 10,000 yojanas. Here is Bharatavarsha, which has got 9 khandas, 9 dvipas, and the last one is Bharatakanda, which is spherical in shape. How are these 9 khandas are situated? It's like that. These 9 are gradually increasing in height. The first one is 1000 yojanas in height, width and length also. Second one is 2000 yojanas in height. Third one 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8, 9. Himalayas are 10,000 yojanas. This is how the entire Bharatavarsha with all the 9 khandas, the 9 divisions looks like. If you go here, if you come this side and look at the 9th one and 8th one, they will be like this. The 9th one, the Bharatakanda, which is connected to Jambudvipa or Bharatavarsha through a column, which is made up of ice. This ice column. Here, though it is ocean, the ocean is mostly in the form of solid ocean. From the solid ocean, there is a solid ice column. On that column, the entire Earth globe is resting. It is neither revolving around itself nor moving around sun. That is the understanding of Earth globe. Like that. So, and then whatever space exploration that is happening is mostly happening in the horizontal direction. Maybe a little bit on the upper side, but bottom side, no, they don't do. And second thing is that how do we access this ice column below? Very easily. See, this is the world map. Of the entire 100% land portion, only 29%. Of 29, 20% of the land is in the northern hemisphere. Only 9% of the land in the southern hemisphere, like Australia, South America, and South Africa. Very small portion. The remaining are water, and that too in the solid state. So in a solid state water, there could be a solid ice column. Why not? Like that, some of our previous acharyas have given a benefit of doubt, and they said like that, they explained like that. And it is said that, so while this entire Bharatavarsha is like 9,000 yojanas, Bharatakanda is 1,000 yojanas. So the height, width and length of the Bharatakanda is 1,000 yojanas. That means diameter in any direction. The modern science measures the earth diameter as 12,742, 12,756, 12,713 like that, different places. According to Bhagavatam, the entire Bharatavarsha is 9,000 yojanas. Bharatakanda is 1,000 yojanas. 1 yojana is 8 miles, so 8,000 miles. 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. 12,872 kilometers. That is the diameter of Earth globe. And modern science says 12,742, which are closely matching. So scriptures are talking about Bharatakanda, and modern science talking about Earth globe, and both are at least perceptionally same, and mathematically are also same. So that's how we can correlate what modern science is talking about, what scriptures are saying about.
Prabhuji,
Ah.
all other all other planets beyond Earth also is a part of the 9th division of the Bharatkhanda, Bharatvarsha?
No. The planets which we will discuss, they are part of Borloka and Sargaloka. They are not part of Bhuloka. Only Earth is part of the Bhumandala, Bhuloka. Other planets are part of Borloka and Sargaloka. We will discuss.
Okay.
Then Bhagavatam also talks about, after discussing these 7 dvipas and 7 oceans which are created by Privat Maharaj, in addition to this, there are few more places in the entire Bhumandala, because Bhumandala is very big. So that bigger Bhumandala, after the 7th ocean, there is Parnabhumi. Beyond that, there is Lokaloka mountain. And beyond that, there is Aloka Varsha. Beyond that, there is some empty free space, and beyond that, there are 7 universal layers. So, like this, all these things are described in the later part of the 20th chapter. So, how are they situated? This is the plane Bhumandala. Here we have Dhruvaloka, which is the topmost point of Sargaloka. In the middle, we have 7 rivers, 7 oceans, surrounded by Swarnabhumi, surrounded by Lokaloka mountain, surrounded by Aloka Varsha. And how is this mountain situated? This mountain is like that. It is a circular mountain. It is a mountain. So this the entire thing is Bhumandala. Here is a circular mountain, and this is the entire Bhumandala. Bhumandala should not fall into Garbhodaka ocean, so that there is Shesha holding the Bhumandala from below. But Shesha is holding the Bhumandala exactly in the middle. Bhumandala is very wide, so it can go either side and go out of balance and can sink into Garbhodaka ocean. To keep in balance, there are 4 elephants are placed on Lokaloka mountain, so that the entire Bhumandala can be in balance. So like that. And in this inside portion of the mountain only we have Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Sargaloka. All the 3 lokas are there only. This on the surface of the lotus leaf, like the green portion and all the other colored portion, there are this is Bhuloka. And from here to here, Bhuvarloka. And from here to here, this entire thing is Sargaloka. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Sargaloka are inside this mountain. Whatever we see in the night time, of course, daytime we see sun, and nighttime we see moon, stars, nakshatras, and all the other things. Everything is located within this mountain only. We can't see anything beyond this mountain. That's what Bhagavatam says. What we see is all within this mountain. So this entire thing is Bhumandala. So once in a while, when Shesha gives up his service, the entire Bhumandala sinks into Garbhodaka ocean. That time, Lord Varaha appears and lifts the entire Bhumandala. And while lifting that, sometimes he had to fight with Hiranyaksha also. He fights with Hiranyaksha also. So this is how the Bhumandala has been described or indicated with all these things. Thus, in total, the entire universe is like this, as you see here. The lower half is filled with Garbhodaka ocean, upper half is filled with ether, and in the middle there is Bhumandala with all the divisions, subdivisions. These are all different divisions, 7 Dvipas, 7 oceans, surrounded by Swarnabhumi, Lokaloka mountain, Aloka Varsha, like that, all these things are there. So here you can see entire universe. You have Bhumandala, Mount Meru. Within the Bhumandala, 7 lower planetary systems, and below them is Narakaloka also. The entire Bhumandala is held by 8 elephants, Shesha, and Kurma. Of course, previously we saw only Shesha, but 8 elephants and Kurma are also assisting in holding the entire Bhumandala. And Kurma is floating in the Garbhodaka ocean. Shesha takes support of Kurma, and upon Shesha, 8 elephants are there which are carrying the weight of the entire Bhumandala. So these are the dimensions of the individual coverings. The total diameter of the entire universe is 1.111 into 10 to the power of 18 yojanas. This is the value. So, from the external perspective, if you see a cross section of the entire Bhumandala, it will be like that. We have been talking about the Bhumandala being flat, like a disc, spreading all over, and the Lokaloka mountain coming out in the middle. The topmost point of Lokaloka mountain is all the way up to Dhruvaloka. Within this, Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka are there, like that we have seen. In the middle, we have Mount Meru and Bharatkhanda, and within the Bhumandala, 7 lower planet systems, below that Narakaloka, and all these things are there. But Bhagavatam says that the third region, not Bhagavatam, but Acharyas in their writing, they say that third region, which is called Aloka Varsha, by Srila Vajra Tirtha, he says that third region is actually Ganudaka. It is actually Garbhodaka ocean. When you see from the top of the universe, the third division, because it is solid ice, it looks like the land portion, but actually it is the ocean. It is supposed to be below Narakaloka. So it is the third one supposed to be below Narakaloka, because Narakaloka is here. And then the Bhumandala cannot be like this. Bhumandala should be like flat, like a continuous structure. So from here it is gradually reducing, going downward. But still they say, but actually finally, this mountain is actually stemming from Garbhodaka ocean. This mountain is not a stone mountain, instead it is a ice mountain. The Avaloka Varsha is indeed saltwater ocean, and the Lokaloka mountain is actually stemming from Garbhodaka ocean. It is solid state. Only in the middle, the remaining area is actual Bhumandala. Only this Bhumandala falls into Garbhodaka ocean that is lifted by Lord Varaha, etc. etc. For all practical purpose, Bhumandala means this like this. It is like the temple gopuram or open umbrella. In the rainy season, we open umbrella. How does it look like? That is the shape of this Bhumandala. In the middle, it is bulging. As you go outward, it is becoming thinner and thinner and thinner like that. So, in that way. So, in this entire interim area, this surface is Bhuloka. From here, from this surface to the Mount Meru top point, this entire intermediate area is known as Dhruva Loka. From here to Dhruva Loka, that is all called as Sarga Loka. So like that. That's how this entire thing has been described. So here you can see the ice mountain surrounding the entire Bhumandala. This is Lokaloka Parvata. Here we have one picture of this Bhumandala. This is there in Shrungeri Mutt. They also discuss the same concept, that Bhumandala being like this, and that Bhumandala has been made like this. The 8 elephants which are below the Bhumandala are here. All the different Dvipas and Mount Meru and all are shown in this. Like this is the picture drawn to the scale as per the details given in the Bhagavatam. This is the universal shell. This is the free space. This is Aloka Varsha. This is Lokaloka mountain. This is Farna Bhumi. This ring is up to 7 Dvipa, 7 oceans. When this is magnified, the 7th ocean, 7th Dvipa, 6th ocean, 6th Dvipa, 5th ocean, 5th Dvipa, like that, like that, like that. When this small portion magnified, it is like this. Second ocean, second Dvipa, first ocean, first Dvipa. The white portion is the first Dvipa, Jambu Dvipa. Within these respective Dvipas, we have 7 mountains and all. Jambu Dvipa alone, when you see, it is like this. Within this, there are 9 mountains and 9 Varshas, and there is Bharata Varsha. Here, top of Mount Meru, Ganga descent. This Bharata Varsha is further divided into 9 divisions. The 9th division is Bharatakanda, which is our Earth globe. So, like this, the Bhumandala has been explained with all the divisions and subdivisions in that way. So this is like a quick recap of the previous thing, whatever has been discussed till now. So it's almost 4:55. Okay. Now we will begin the 21st chapter, the last verses of the 20th chapter, what we are supposed to discuss now, because this is required. Because this point is required. With the reference of this only, we'll continue our discussion. Keeping the entire Bhumandala and universe like this only, upon this we keep on adding the planetary systems and upper planets and lower planets and all, everything we'll discuss based on this picture. For this picture to understand, we need to understand the background. Though Prabhuji already discussed, but I still gave a overview kind of thing just to refresh our thoughts. So before starting the next one, if any devotees have any questions based on what we discussed till now, we'll take a couple of questions, then we continue with new discussion.
Prabhuji, the Bharata Khanda, where we are, we cannot see the next Khanda which is there on the Bhumandala.
Yes, we
Right?
can't see.
We can't see, but we can see the nakshatras and moon and everything. So how is it that
we can
they are
only
far off
see
than
we can only see some light coming from the nakshatras and moon, but we can't see the kind of people who are residing in the moon and nakshatras. That access is also limited. A minute, maybe 1% of access is given to us, not 100%. We are seeing some twinkling light. What is the use of seeing the twinkling light?
Yes, but we can see at least something. But why can't we see the Varsha which is near?
Good question.
Miss,
So there are
it is not that far, no? Because
but it does not matter near or far. There are 2 points. One is we are seeing the light of the nakshatras and planets and moon and all, so that we can make panchanga. Of course, we need to see, because we need some light source also in the night time. That is there. And based on the position of the stars, nakshatras, and all the other taras and grahas, we make panchanga which guides all of our life events. Like very soon we are going to have Balram Jayanti, Julan Yatra, Janmashtami, Radhashtami. On the basis of the position of these planets only we are able to do all the festivals. That's why their light is being shown to us. That is the main purpose. Second thing, why we are not being shown the other kandas of the Bharatavarsha or all these mountains and even this Mount Meru and all. So, of course, in that presentation only we had an elaborate discussion about it. But basically, the people in the three previous yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, they were able to see, they were able to go. Even the kings were able to rule over the entire Bhumandala. The kings during the Satya Yuga and Treta Yuga, they were ruling over the entire Bhumandala, including all the seven Dvipas, seven oceans, and Swarna Bhumi also. But as time progressed, in Dwapara Yuga, they were only able to rule Jambu Dvipa. So in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, they were able to rule the entire Bhumandala. But in Dwapara Yuga, they were only able to rule Jambu Dvipa. Yudhishthir Maharaj and Parikshit Maharaj said to be the rulers of the entire Jambu Dvipa. But after Parikshit Maharaj, as time progressed, because the kings do not have such abilities, their ability to rule over access, travel has been gradually diminished. So today, we are not able to see or travel with our current condition. Yeah, maybe with purified consciousness, one may travel, one may go to all these places. That is a different thing. But there is another reason also. This is a silly reason, nowhere mentioned in the scripture, but this is my understanding. We have seen in Ilavrata Varsha, there is a golden mountain, there are silver mountains and 4 golden mountains and 20 diamond mountains. If the current Kali Yuga people were given access to this particular Ilavrata Varsha or any other Varsha for that matter, where similar kind of facilities are there, how much time they need to make Ilavrata Varsha bankrupt or without any facilities? How much time they need to loot the entire Ilavrata Varsha?
Yes, Prabhuji.
The foreign invaders came to India, starting with Ghazni, Tughlaq, I mean, all these things, and all the way these still recent Britishers, they looted the entire India. Like that, if these people were given access to these places, it is just matter of time. Maybe worst case we can take just 100 years. They will make Ilavrata Varsha like barren land. I think that could be the reason Lord has not given access to Kali Yuga people, because Kali Yuga people are so selfish and so greedy. So that is the reason. They were not even given the access to see and go, even to the extent that the Lord did not even allow their consciousness to accept also. No one accepts us nowadays. Even if they accept, they try to go. They may send rockets and try to understand all these things. Even Lord did not give them the conviction that these things are existing, so that they will not even think of going there. So like that, this is my point. No Shastra Pramana. So like that.
So Prabhuji, the Milky Way and all that they show us the photographs and all.
That is all nothing but Bhurloka Sargaloka. Whatever stars that are there in the Bhurloka Sargaloka is all seen as Milky Way, galaxy, nebula, solar systems and all. They are all part of Bhurloka and Sargaloka. What we see, the light we see, that is nothing but that, part of that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other devotee has any question? All of you are able to follow what we discussed. I think, I don't know whether Gaurilas Prabhu showed all these descriptions with pictures, or I don't know how did we discuss.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So now we'll begin our actual discussion. You are able to see the new slides?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
This,
okay. Thank you.
this Bhagavad cosmology we can see.
Yeah. So now we will discuss the second part of this presentation, which is about the 14 planetary systems, the vertical structure of the universe, starting from 21st chapter onwards. So this presentation will talk about all these places. We are describing various things. So our universe was like a lotus coming out of the water that we have seen. This entire lotus leaf is like the Bhumandala. From the stem portion manifested Bhurloka and Sargaloka. From the flower portion manifested Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, etc. The Bhumandala has been described till now. The remaining 13 will be described from 21st chapter onward. So this is like the upper surface is Bhurloka. This is Bhurloka and this is Sargaloka. That we are going to discuss. Now starting from Bhuloka, that is starting from Bhumandala, as you gradually go upwards, what you encounter one by one is being described in the Bhagavatam. First, as you go above, starting from the Bhumandala, you encounter Sun. Sun is situated exactly in the middle of the universe, Andamadhya. As a result of that, above Sun is 250 million yojanas, below Sun is 250 million yojanas, because total universe diameter is 500 million yojanas. Andamadhye gata suryo, Ande madhye gata suryo, द्वाव आ भूम्योर यद अंतरम सूर्यांड गोलयो मध्ये कोठ्य स्यु पंचविंशति. So basically, Sun is situated exactly in the middle of the universe and in the middle of the Bhuvarloka. In the middle of the universe is like 250 above, 250 below, and Bhuvarloka itself is having 2 lakh yojanas in width. So Sun is in the middle. That means the Bhuvarloka is 1 lakh yojanas above Surya and 1 lakh yojanas below Surya. That is the position of Sun in the entire universe. The Sun, who is the master of heat, heats up and lights up the 3 lokas. Bhagavam tapasam patis tapana atapena trilokim pratapati avabhashyati atmabhasha. By his own heat and light, he heats up and lights up the 3 planetary systems. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka. These 3 lokas actually get sunlight and moonlight continuously. Like that. Sun is also called as Martanda because he entered into Mruta Anda, dead universe, and brought light to it. He is called Hiranyagarbha because he is the chief source of all the living entities. If Sun is not rising, he stops rising and sitting. How long we continue to live? Maybe a month or so, not more than that. All of us will die afterwards. So then, it is by the presence of the Sun we say, this is Bhuloka, this is Bhurloka, this is Sargaloka, this is Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satloka, this is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, etc. All the divisions in the entire universe are because of Sun. With reference to Sun, everything is designated. So like that. And the Sun is said to be the presiding deity of I and is also the source of our life and is the life of all the living entities like devatas, animals, humans, reptiles and plants. So this concept of sustainable source of all the living entities we can easily understand from this verse from Rigveda, which is being chanted as Gayatri mantra. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. The Sun, by his regular motion, day in, day out, rising, setting, etc., he is maintaining and is taking care of the people in 3 lokas, Bhuloka, Bhurloka and Sargaloka. So, from the material point of view, anyway, you are already taking care of all of us. Similarly, from the spiritual point of view, also please take care of us. May you become our Guru and take care of our spiritual progress. And accepting you as our Guru, we want to meditate upon you. This is the mantra of that meditation. Seeking the spiritual maintenance and spiritual protection from Sun. Accepting Mother Guru. Like that. So that Sun, who is situated in the Sun planet, is traveling day in, day out. He continues to travel for the entire day of Brahma, but he travels on his chariot. As we discussed in the beginning of our presentation, Sun has got a chariot. That chariot has got only one wheel. That wheel is connected to the axle. On one side, that axle is connected to the base of Mount Meru. On the other side, is connected to the wheel. And that wheel is located just above Mount Meru, Mount Manasutara Mountain, and travels in circular fashion. As a result of that, entire Bhumandala experiences day and night. And this travel of the sun's chariot is just like that of oil pressing machine. So you can see here. This is our Bhumandala. The entire Bhumandala in the middle is strong and is going thinner and thinner. This is Pushkar Deepa, where our Manasutra mountain is there, whose height is 10,000 yojanas. Here is Bharatakanda. Here is Mount Meru. Here we have Dhruvaloka, the topmost point of Sarga Loka. From this surface to the top of Mount Meru is this entire area is our Bhuvarloka. And from Mount Meru to Pole Star, this entire area is Sargaloka. Like that we have to see. Now, the chariot wheel is located just above Manasutra mountain. Sun's chariot is here and the axle is here. One side comes to the base of the Mount Meru, other side comes to the chariot wheel. And the center of the chariot wheel is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas from the surface of the Bhumandala. So the chariot wheel itself is having a width of 40,000 yojanas. There is a gap of 50,000 yojanas, air gap between the wheel and the mountain. The mountain is having 10,000 yojanas. 10,000, 50,000, 40,000, total 1 lakh yojanas. With respect to the surface of the Bhumandala, the sun is located at a height of 1 lakh yojanas. Like that. Just like in oil pressing machine, the first axle is connected to second axle. Similarly, this one is connected to second axle. One side is connected to Dhruva, second side is connected to the first axle. With the help of the second axle and also the two ropes connected to the yoke of the chariot, Dhruva controls the speed and motion of the sun god. When Dhruva pulls, sun goes towards Dhruva. That is called Uttarayana. January to July, it is called Uttarayana. When Dhruva loosens, it is called Dakshinayana. Today's date is July 19. 2 days back, Dakshinayana began. From July 17th till January 14th, it is Dakshinayana. From January 15th to July 16th, it is called Uttarayana. Just 2 days back only, Dakshinayana began. That the Dhruva releasing the ropes, the sun will be gradually coming downward. That is called Dakshinayana. Because the true north is towards upward, towards the pole star. True south is downward. So when Dhruva pulls, as sun is going towards Dhruvaloka, sun is also going towards upward. That is called Uttarayana because it is going towards north. When Dhruva loosens, sun is coming downward. It is called Dakshinayana. So like that. This is the traditional oil pressing machine. This is exactly similar to Mount Meru. This is like pole star. This is the first axle. This is second axle. And these are the horses. So like that. You can see here. First axle, second axle, pole star, Mount Meru, and the chariot body horses. Same way. Traditional oil pressing machine and a medieval oil pressing machine with one motor. Nowadays they have a different mechanism only entirely, no motor mechanism. So at least we have seen these things. So now you see, Swami says that before that the mountain is 10,000 yojanas, the wheel is about 40,000 yojanas, the gap between these two is like 50,000 yojanas. The chariot wheel never touches the mountain, it is traveling in the air only, but it is located at of 50,000, 1 lakh yojanas overall. Or from the top of the mountain to the base of the wheel is 50,000. So like that. Then, since as Dhruva pulls, the sun goes upward and the Dhruva loosens, sun comes downward. Over a time period of 1 full year, we can see sun going up and down, front and back, also inside and outside. In all three directions, we keep seeing sun varying his position, certain measurements. And this area in which we get to see the sun here is called as Ratanida. And that area is like a cubical structure. The dimensions of the cubical structure is 3.6 by 0.9 by 3.6. Up is about 3.6. In and out is also about 306. Front and back is about 0.9. So this is the area in which we get to see the sun traveling over the year. While traveling regularly like this, it also goes upward and downward, goes inside and outside, goes front and back also, because of slowness and fastness of the speeds. When it is becoming slow, slowly lags behind. When it's becoming catching the speed, it slowly goes ahead like that. And then the 7 horses which are driving the chariot are named after the 7 meters of the chandas. Gayatri, Bruhati, Vushnik, Trishtup, Jagati, Anushtup, and Pankti. These are the different names of the different poems. Basically, in a poem, if in one line, if there are 16 number of letters, 20 number of letters, 24, 28, 32, 34, 30, 32, 36, 40, 44, like that. The different number of letters, the different name is given. So like that. And all these 7 horses are harnessed to a yoke whose length is 500 million yojanas wide. And the chariot driver is Aruna, who is the elder brother of Garuda. Garuda is the carrier of Vishnu, and Aruna is the carrier of Surya Narayana. And there are 60,000 sages who are known as Valakilyas. They are standing in front of the chariot and chanting Vedic mantras to glorify Surya. And every month, different people will take care of different services in the sun. There are Gandharvas who would sing, Apsaras dance, Nagas bind the chariot, maintain the chariot, Yakshas harness takes care of the horses, Rakshasas push from behind because sometimes horses may get tired. Sages sing Vedic hymns like Valakilyas, etc. And some devatas manage the other things of this sun planet. They manage regularly other aspects of the sun planet. So like that. Same way, here you see from the center of Mount Meru to the chariot wheel or the center of Manasur mountain is a distance of 15.75, which is already told in the previous chapter. Today's chapter it is mentioned. We did not discuss so much because I thought it is already covered. The chariot wheel is a distance of 15.75. But what about the distance between the earth globe and sun? Sun is inside little bit. So what exact distance? From recent text, Hanuman Chalisa, we get a hint about the distance between the earth and sun. Because Hanumanji one day looking at sun early in the morning thought that it is a fruit. He was trying to have that fruit. He was jumping across. So at what distance he was about to jump is given in this mantra. तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण मानो लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जानो जुग सहस्र योजन परबानो लील्यो ताहि madhura phala jano. The sun is located at a distance of Juga Sahasra Yojana, to which Hanumanji wanted to jump and eat that red fruit of early morning sun. So just like he jumped across Indian Ocean and went to Lanka, and there he saw Vibhishan. Same way here, you want to eat sun. So what is the meaning of Juga Sahasra Yojana? Yojana is Yojana. Sahasra means 1,000. Juga in Sanskrit, it indicates 12,000. Because Yuga technically means Chatur Yuga or Divya Yuga, which is consisting of Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, which is about 4.32 million years in terms of human years. But in terms of Devata years, the entire Chatur Yuga or entire Divya Yuga is about 12,000 Devata years. Because Devata years and human years are at a ratio of 1:360. So
Prabhuji,
4.32 million years, when you divide by 360, you will get it to 12,000. So Yuga means 12,000. So 12,000 into 1,000 is 12 million yojanas is the distance between the earth and sun to which Hanumanji wanted to jump. So convert that into miles. 12 million yojanas multiplying with 8, you get 96 million miles. Multiplying with 1.6, you get 153.6 million kilometers. But according to modern understanding, the distance between the earth and sun is 1 angstrom unit, which is about 150 million kilometers. Here, the Yuga Sahasra Yojana comes up to 153.6 million kilometers. But if you technically see, if you convert back 150 million kilometers into yojanas, that will be like 11.66 million yojanas. That will be very difficult to write in Sanskrit in a poetic way. That's why the poetry takes nearby round figure which is easy to express. That's why he has taken a closest round figure which is 12 million yojanas. Like that we have to understand. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, even in Devata Lok, that is Swarga Lok, they have Chatu Yugas.
No, The Chaturyuga concept is only in Bharatavarsha. It is not there anywhere in the rest of the universe.
So just now you said that Chatur Yuga, according to the Devatas, is different.
According to Devata, yes. See, we are talking about Chaturyugas in Bharatavarsha, and Chaturyugas are lasting for certain number of years. But in relation to us, the Devatas day and night and Devatas years are different. Our one full year is Devatas one full day. Our 6 months is their daytime, other 6 months is their nighttime. From April to October is their daytime, October to April is their nighttime. So that is anyway established already in the 3rd and 11th chapter. We are not going into Devaloka to say. We are saying that the Devatas date, day, night timings, their number of months and years are in terms of our years is this the ratio. It's like that.
Okay.
With respect to our hours only we are talking. So finally, the sun is very nicely glorified in Brahma Samhita in this prayer. Yat chakshuresha savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurti rashesha teja yasyagnaya brahmati sambrita kala chakro govindamadi purusham samaham bhajami. By the order of the Supreme Lord, the sun, situated in his own chariot, daily travels for the entire day of Brahma along with the Kala Chakra, being driven by the 7 horses which are controlled by Aruna. This is Surya Narayana, who is traveling majestically all over. It's like that. Here is the sun's chariot with one wheel, which is also from Sringeri Mutt in Sringeri. So this is the entire chariot with one wheel. Here is sun god is seated. Here is the chariot driver Aruna. Here are the 7 horses. 7 horses are here. This is the chariot wheel. They kept the chariot wheel down below the chariot, but in reality the wheel is outside. Like that. During the Brahmosa festival, they take out this sun. They worship sun because they are Panchopakas. They worship Vishnu, Shiva, Surya, Ganapati, and Durga. So because they need to worship Surya, they worship this Surya Rata. So like that, we can understand about sun, how the sun is situated, how the sun's chariot is there. So who are all there in the sun planet, how it is being traveled, how it sun is actually a chariot. But from far we see it as a fiery globe. A globe which is emitting heat and light is a fiery globe. That is our perception. But if you actually go to Sargaloka, in the Sargaloka, in the Borloka, wherever it is, you actually see the sun being the chariot only. In that chariot, you get to see millions and billions of family members of sun, other living entities of sun also. There also it is filled with a lot of population. It is not empty planet. So like that we have to understand. This is about sun. So I think we have come to the time, but still, just to end it with a nice note, we'll discuss a little bit about moon with some astonishing information. We'll close for today. The moon. These are some points which we will address in our discussion. As you go upward, starting from sun, you come to the moon. The moon is situated evam chandrama arka gabastibhya uparisthal laksha yojanato upalabhyamana. This is the 10th shloka, I suppose. The Prabhupada translates it as the moon is situated above the sun by a distance of 1 lakh yojanas. Actually, Prabhupada keeps the moon actually here. Sun is here, he keeps the moon here. So that's why no one can go to moon. If at all one has to go to moon, first you have to go to sun, then go to moon. Because from earth to sun is 12.12 million yojanas. From sun to moon is 1 lakh yojanas. So 12 plus 0.1, 12.1 is very difficult to travel. Like that, Prabhupada dismisses landing on the moon, etc. in the purport. But technically, if you see, the moon is actually close to earth. The moon is very close to earth in a small orbit. The moon is located at a height of 1 lakh yojanas from the rays of the sun which are coming to the earth. The sun is here, the rays of sun coming to the earth. With respect to these rays, the moon is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas. Like that, we have to understand. Because Prabhupada discusses with the people that sun is for or moon is for. Moon is actually for because Monday comes after Sunday. Actually, that logic will not hold good. Prabhupada use that logic those days just to stop unnecessary arguments which scientists talk about the moon landing, all these things. There is a reason for it.
So
Anyway,
scientists have actually gone to moon or no?
Abhinay, we will discuss that in the next class. There are after 4-5 slides that is the topic is discussed. That time we'll discuss about it.
Then why Prabhupada is saying moon is above sun?
Just to unnecessarily avoid the arguments. The people keep talking about no, moon, man has gone to moon, this, that, so many things they talk. So Prabhupada don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So he said, no, moon is far and sun is near. Just cut the discussion there itself. He would say that why Monday is after Sunday, like that he would say. But if you apply the same logic, after Monday coming Tuesday, then coming Wednesday, then Thursday, then that logic will not hold good for all the 7 planets. So it's like that. Prabhupada did it. That doesn't mean that we have to do the same thing. But I'll explain why it is so like this. There is a reason for it. We will, as we go ahead in the slides, we'll get that answer. So from Bhagavad Gita, we get these slokas where the light that is coming from the sun, moon, and fire is actually Lord's Vibhuti. The moon is providing us food by his cooling rays. That is also there in this sloka. Pushnami Aushadhi Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Because we are getting rasa in our footsteps, because there is rasa in the moon. So that thing we will understand now. But before that, you see, we have sun, moon, and earth. There is an interesting relationship among these three with respect to 108, which is very much familiar to all of us. The diameter of the earth globe is 1000 yojanas, which we have seen time back. And the diameter of the sun globe is 108 times the diameter of the earth globe. 1000 into 108 will be 108,000. That is the diameter of the sun. Then the distance between the earth and sun, it is 108 times the diameter of the sun. Sun's diameter is 108,000. You multiply this 108, that will be the diameter, the distance between the earth and sun, that is 11.664. Previously, Sriman Tulsidas told the distance between the earth and sun is 12 million yojanas. If you convert that into kilometers, becoming 153 million kilometers. It's a little more than actual number, but this is actual number. 11.664 into 8 into 1.609 will give you exactly 150 million kilometers. This is the actual distance between the earth and sun, which fits in 108 relationship. And every day morning, when you see the sun, you see crimson orange color sun. And if you know how much angle the sun disk is occupying, the diameter of sun is L, arc length. The distance between the earth and sun is radius of the orbit of the sun. Then theta is equal to, the theta is the angle made by the upper edge and bottom edge of the sun disk. Theta is equal to L by R. L is the arc length, which is nothing but the diameter of sun. Diameter and the radius of the sun's orbit, which are like 1 by 108 radian. When you convert into degrees, it is half degree. So basically, with the whole circle is 360 degrees, the sun disk early in the morning or late in the evening, it is occupying half degree distance. That is the basic understanding. Similarly, for moon, the diameter of the moon disk is here. The diameter of the moon is 108 by 400 times that of the earth diameter. So 1000 into 108 by 400, that is 270 yojanas. Then the distance between the moon and earth is 108 times the diameter of the moon. 270 into 108, that is 29,160. The angle made by the moon disk is again half degree. You take the modern numbers. Sun diameter, earth diameter, sun diameter. The ratio between these two is 108 by 108.9. This is the distance between the earth and sun. The ratio between these two is 107.9, which is 108. And the angle made by sun disk over entire year, it varies from 0.52 to 0.54 because it's coming close and going far. It varies. The mean value is 0.53, which is same. This is sun earth diameter. This is moon's diameter. The ratio between these two is 109 by 400. Little more than 100 by 400. No problem. This is the distance between the moon and earth. The ratio between these two is 110 almost, which is little more than 108. Still okay. The moon is coming close and going away from the earth. As a result of that, we have values varying from 0.49 to 0.55, and the mean value is 0.52, which is little less than actual value. So, but anyway, see here, what we understand is just like sun is going up and down, which we are calling as Uttarayana Dakshinayana, because Dhruva is pulling and releasing. Similarly, the moon also goes up and down. As a result of that, we have a moon is coming close and going far. We have this value varying. The angle made by the moon disk is varying. That's why the position of the sun and the position of the moon are not permanent. They keep changing. Just if you go to the picture, sun is going up and down. Sun is going toward Dhruva. As a result of the sun is going up and down. Similarly, moon is also pulled by Dhruva. The moon also goes up and down. As a result of that, moon is up and down and coming close and far from the earth also. So the moon's positions, sun's positions are not permanent. The positions of these planets which are given in the Bhagavatam are the positions of the planets on Makar Sankranti. On the day of Makar Sankranti, sun is at the bottommost point, the moon is above and other planets are above. But eventually in due course of time, sun goes above and the moon comes below. So moon is above and sun is below is not a permanent or eternal reality. It is the situation of the planets on the day of that particular Makar Sankranti, whose dimensions Vyasdev mentioned in the Bhagavatam and all other scriptures. So in that way, who is near, who is far, who is below, who is above does not make any sense. Today the moon is above, sun is below. But few days later, the sun will be above, the moon will be below. This is the reality. So neither Bhagavatam nor other acharyas don't talk about these things so much. Prabhupada talked about like that because those days when Prabhupada was writing commentaries for this fifth canto, the discussion of the moon landing was the current topic. That's why Prabhupada said that no one can't do moon because moon is far. Just to cut the topic, Prabhupada said like that. But actually moon is near to earth. On this particular day, the moon's orbit is above and sun's orbit is below. But few days later, sun's orbit will go above, the moon's orbit will come down. Because both sun and moon will go through the concept of Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. That we have to understand. That concept Uttarayana and Dakshinayana is very nicely explained in the drawing drawn by Sri Tiruvenkata Ramanuja Jiyar, who also drew the picture of the Bhartakanda, the rabbit and people tree leaves, etc. This is the drawing. You can see here. He says Bhartakanda is here, pole star is here. When you connect these two, it is like a line. This line acts at the center of the orbits of all the planets. This line is not perfectly like this. It is little inclined. As a result of that, the sun's orbit is also inclined over the year. Okay. Sun's orbit in the month of July is here. Sun's orbit in the month of April is here. Sun's orbit in the month of January is here. Here sun is in this orbit. This is January orbit. Currently sun is here. If you say that the moon, who has a orbital radius of 30,000 yojanas, if the moon is traveling around Mount Meru, it will be traveling like this only. Because center of Mount Meru to center of Earth globe is about 50,000 yojanas. It is only 30,000 yojanas. The people who are living in this side of the earth will never ever see the moon. But we are seeing the moon. That means the moon is also traveling around Earth globe only. Not only moon, the sun and all other planets keeping Earth globe at the center of their orbits and traveling around. And as they are going above, the line connecting Earth globe and the pole star is acting at the center of their orbits. Like that. This is how the planetary orbits are situated. Their center is not exactly Mount Meru, but the center is the line connecting the pole star and center of Earth globe. This we can understand from our acharyas. So like, just like sun is going above and below, moon also goes above and below. As a result of that, the sun being below and moon being above is not eternal thing. They keep going up and down as time progresses. Like that. So moon's orbit is around actually Earth globe, not around Mount Meru. Like that, Sun and other planets' orbits are also around Earth globe only, not around Mount Meru. Mount Meru is not the actual center, but Earth globe and pole star line connecting between these two is the actual center. That has been understood from this drawing. So then, the moon, by its travel over a period of months, it passes through waxing phase and waning phase, and the moon allows the experience of day and night to the devatas and pitrus. The Bhagavatam says like that. In the Shukla Paksha, the devatas experience daytime, pitrus experience nighttime. That's why Shukla Paksha is good for worshipping devatas. In the Krishna Paksha, the pitrus experience daytime and devatas experience daytime. Sorry, pitrus experience daytime and devatas experience nighttime. That's why Krishna Paksha is good for worshipping pitrus. One among the 12 Krishna Pakshas is favorable for worshipping the Pitru, that is called Pitru Paksha. In the month of Bhadrapada, Krishna Paksha is favorable for worship Pitrus. So it's like that. Now let us understand how it is. Here is sun, here is earth, in the middle there is moon. The moon is traveling around earth on day-to-day basis. And that moon has been divided into two parts. One is inside, one is outside. The inside part of the moon is occupied by the Sadhya Devatas. The outer part of the moon is occupied by the Pitru Devatas. Whenever in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, we hear Pitruloka. Pitruloka means moon planet. The moon planet is the abode of the Pitru Devatas who are residing in the other half of the moon. This outer half of the moon is occupied by the Pitrus. Among the various types of Devatas, there is one category of Devatas who are known as Sadhyas, who are residing in the inner part of the moon. So in this moon, 15 days the Devatas will have daytime and Pitrus will have nighttime. Other 15 days the Devatas will have nighttime, Pitrus will have daytime. That is because of the relative position of the moon with respect to earth and sun, they will have day and nights. So like that. Similarly, here also you can see, this is like the top view. From the top you are seeing the north pole of the earth. This is like the front view. We are seeing like this it happens. But interesting information is that I said, we need to take some information back when we are closing the class. That is this one. The sun, as we perceive, it is nothing but a fiery ball. It is like burning cinder, fiery ball. It is made up of condensed fire element. Similarly, the earth is a earth ball which has got water on the surface of it. Otherwise, internally everything is earth only. It is condensed earth element. Just like sun is a condensed fire element, earth is condensed earth element. Similarly, the moon is condensed water element. The moon is made up of ice. The moon is completely made up of ice. That's why we can call it as ice planet. That's why when Lord Krishna says, Pushnami Aushadhi Sarva Somo Bhutva Rasatmaka. Somaha Rasa Atmaka. Soma is made up of rasa. Soma is made up of condensed water. That is the nature of the moon. That's why, because sun is a fiery planet, the rays coming from sun are fiery in nature. Because moon is watery planet made up of ice. That's why the moon rays are cooling, soothing, and icy. Like that. Rasatmaka Soma. Rasoham Apsu. What kind of rasa? Rasa means water. It is a watery planet. This is the nature of the moon. Of course, these are the verses which talks about that Sagobi Pitru Devebhyo Vibhajan Krishna Shuklayo Prajanam Sarvesham Raja Nabo Soma. The Soma is providing food for everyone. So the Plakshadipa people are praying that please give us food also. Food. You are creating the day and night for the Pitrus and Devatas, and who is providing food for everyone. Please provide food for us also, so that we are maintained. How the Soma is providing food for everyone, how Soma will provide food for us? Very simple. When the water is evaporated from the surface of the earth, first of all it goes to Soma. Soma gets all the evaporated water. Then he extracts the essence by churning that evaporated water. He extracts the essence. That essence is Somarasa. And starting after Amavasya, starting from Pratipad Tithi, he starts collecting that Somarasa. The first day he collects this amount of Somarasa, that will be seen by us like a small arc on the moon planet. That white portion, nothing but the Somarasa. Second day, little bigger, little more. Third day, little more, like that. For 15 days, he keeps collecting Somarasa from the evaporated water. On the 15th day, that is on the Paurnami, the entire surface of the moon is filled with Somarasa. The food is done, cooking is done. Then he will offer it to Supreme Lord. Then he invites all the Devatas. After Paurnami, starting from Pratipada, all the Devatas are invited for honoring Somarasa. The Devatas will come in groups. First one group will come, they honor. So little bit is removed. Just as food is eaten, it becomes lesser and lesser. Second day, a little bit more. Third day, another group, another like that. For 14.5 days, the Devatas are keep coming one after the other. Different variety of Devatas, other people who are there in all over the universe, they come and accept food in the form of Somarasa. When everyone is eaten, in the second half of the 15th day, that is Amavasya, the Pitrus eat the remaining food, the remaining Somarasa. Just like all you Grihasthas invite some brahmacharis for food. First brahmacharis are fed. You prepare from morning to noon. First half is all preparation. In the second half, all the brahmacharis, then invited guests, they are all fed nicely. Then by the time the hosts eat, prasadam, it will be evening 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock or something like that. So for 14.5
Prabhuji,
days, starting from Pratipad, Devatas are fed. That's why the moon is gradually reducing. After the Pitrus eat the remaining food, the entire Somarasa is over. And the next day onwards, again the moon starts collecting the Somarasa. Like that, it starts storing it for 15 days. Other 15 days, he starts serving it. That's how the moon is gradually increasing and decreasing. That's why it is said that Ushmavagai Pitara. The Pitrus eat steam. Steam means the evaporated water. When he churns it, he extracts the essence, that is called Somarasa. The remaining water will come down and form clouds. And later on, those clouds will again downpour in the form of rain. So this is the concept that is happening in the heavenly abode. This is how
Prabhuji,
we are getting food. The same Somarasa coming to earth in the form of the moon rays, that is entering into the fruits and flowers and all these things. From that we get juices in the food. So like that. So this is moon. So we have to understand the nature of moon like this. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. I'm sorry, late. Okay. Yes, Mataji, you are saying something?
yeah, Prabhuji, you said that Devatas are coming and eating, but in the Shukla Paksha, moon is collecting the Somarasa, and in the Krishna Paksha, he is distributing. So at that time, Devata's night is there, na?
No. That night is not for all the Devatas. That night is only for those Devatas who are Sadhyas who are residing in the moon. That night is only in the moon. In the
Yeah,
Swargaloka,
but
it is still daytime only.
yes, but Devatas residing on moon, they will be also having that Somarasa when he is distributing.
It's okay. They will come to this part of the moon and they will take it. No problem. They will adjust.
That will be their night, na? That's what.
No problem. They will have dinner or they will have the next day morning because they are host, na?
Okay.
So they will have next day early morning. So whatever it is. But this is general principle. No need to get into too technically, but it is like that. The point is, it is the moon who is providing food for everyone. This is the understanding. For Devatas, is
Okay.
giving in the form of
How?
Somarasa. For all of us, is giving in the form of the moon rays, which is transforming into food grains. And the food
Okay.
juices.
Okay.
Any
Thank
other devotees have any question till now? We just discussed about sun and moon only. Even moon is not complete. Little bit we introduced about the moon. The remaining things about the moon and all other things we'll discuss in the next class, next week, next Saturday. You are able to follow or not? No one is asking anything.
This is very complicated. I think we have to rehear and listen many times. Otherwise, then it is very complicated.
Okay. What is complicated?
I mean, it is easy to understand, but then to get the entire map fixed up in our mind, it takes time.
That anyway obviously will take time. You will not get it in 1-2 hours. Just like
Yeah.
when we go to school, we spend nursery, LKG, UKG, first class, second class, third class, fifth, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th, 11th,
I
12th,
think
undergraduation, post graduation, like that. So many years we spend to understand some basic matter. If you want to understand the whole universe, we need to give some time. That is true. But at least we'll get an overview of what is there in our universe, what is there in the Bhagavatam. We should at least get
yes.
that impression that okay, Bhagavatam is talking about all these different things which are there in the universe. Later on, you give a little bit more time to delve deeper in this topic.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Everything, every aspect has so many and subdivisions and sub understanding. Like in moon only, you're saying devtas, pitrus, and nighttime, daytime, and
Hmm.
then so many things to understand at one go.
This confusion is there for us because many of us might not have read Mahabharata and Ramayana thoroughly. Those who have read and understood Ramayana, Mahabharata thoroughly, for them these are all like sales play. Because Ramayana and Mahabharata also talk about all these things, all these concepts in a detailed manner at different places. Just like we saw the earth globe picture that is there in the Mahabharata. So Mahabharata talks about the other Jambudvipa and other things also. If you have already read Mahabharata, if you read Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is like the revision of Mahabharata. Like the story which I have mentioned about the moon making Somarasa and all, this is there from Vayu Purana, Vishnu Purana. I think I suppose it is also there in the Mahabharata also. Like, Bhagavatam does not talk about many things because Bhagavatam is like it is a summum bonum. It is only talking about the essence of all the Vedic literature, which is pure devotional service. All the other details we can understand in elaborated way in other scriptures, remaining scriptures. So no problem. We'll again repeat little bit overview. We'll give in the next class also. But in the meantime, you people kindly read and discuss. The best thing is to discuss among ourselves to understand this. The more we discuss, the more we become clear. The less we discuss, the less it remains as a foreign subject. Yeah. Any final one question? Any from any devotee? Or you are feeling late? Already 2 घंटा हो गया, बहुत बोर लग रहा है, अभी छोड़ दो.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, this is interesting, but
Little louder, little louder. I'm not able to hear you. Not able to understand what you're saying.
yeah, just a second, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Actually, all these subject matters are interesting, but it has so many interconnecting, elements, so so elaborate elements. So we are not exactly focused about the how these things. I mean, so Meru Parbat, from the Meru Parbat through the Surya Narayan, again from to the Bhukanda, and so many things are there. So this is our first class with you, expert like you, Prabhuji. So we'll take some time to our time.
But one thing is sure, this is the only time you get
Your
to read us here
exact.
in your entire life. Afterwards, I don't think so that anybody will open again fifth canto and read all these things. Because now it is mandatory. You need to read because you have exam also. You need to study.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's the one time you have lifetime opportunity. Try to read. You may not be so much interested, but at least given the chance, given the opportunity, read once. Okay, what Bhagavatam is saying, let us see. Like that. The
Yes,
inquisitive
sir.
person. Yeah,
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. A nice class.
correct.
Thank you, Prabhuji. What the hard work you've done, because especially that South Indian, I forgot the name. The
Sri Thiruvenkada Ramanuja ji.
his all those drawings, sketches. Prabhuji, how did you manage to get all this? Bapre. I mean, from which, how did you get those?
That Sri Perambudur,
Yeah.
into our Adikeshwar Perumal temple, his ashram is there. If you go there, you will have this drawn on the wall. We got a snapshot from
So
there.
where is this ashram you said? Which place in?
Sri Perambudur, the birthplace of Ramanujacharya.
Okay, yeah.
Sri Perambudur.
Okay.
And
Thank-
adjacent to the temple only, the
Okay.
Vaishnavas stay in one of the. This is a recent person, right? They are still staying in that place. That home is still there.
Okay.
Even few other places also in Srirangam, also in one of the Dividation, they have drawn this picture. In Kanchipuram also in one of the Dividations, they have drawn this picture. At various places they are there. But this picture which I have showed is from Sri Perambudur. In that we have the Telugu and Kannada inscriptions. Because I am from Telugu, I can read some part of it. Because it in Telugu.
Okay.
Kanchipuram and Srirangam, it is all fully in Tamil.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
So
Thank
this is in Kannada. We can read it. Kannada and Telugu scripts are almost same, so we can read them in Telugu also. This is Dhruva Kashamu, so like that.
Yeah, I'll tell my mother-in-law to do it.
Okay. Thank you, and we'll stop here. We are late already, and we'll again continue on next Saturday, 3:30 onwards. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Hare Krishna. I will share the recording with all of you later on. You can